Hey guys, Bea here.
And this is Sophie from Minimalist Phase. Today we are going to solve a very big problem for all book readers all around the world.
So you read a super cool book, but in a couple of months you don't remember what it was about anymore. Luckily, psychology has a couple of tricks on how to remember what you read. So let's check it out. Has it ever happened to you? You spent hours and hours reading books that in a couple of months become a distant memory. Does it mean these books weren't interesting? No. Does it mean that you weren't interested in them? Also no. It's actually all about your memory. That's why today we're exploring ultimate book reading tips using psychology insights. Reading a book means you are taking in information which, hopefully, if the book is good, you would like to remember. We can divide memory into two different types, and each one serves its unique purpose. Short-term memory makes information available for us for a couple of seconds or minutes. Short-term memory is important when we are reading a book because we need to temporarily work with the information we are looking at. From here on, there are two options. You either forget the information, which happens most of the time, or the information is transferred into your long-term memory. The memories can be stored in our long-term memory for several months or even years. We are more likely to remember things that have an emotional meaning to us, that are often repeated, and have engaged several of our senses. And now let's take a look at how this can help us in book reading. Tip number 1, understand what you're reading. If you don't understand what you're reading, you're not going to remember it for sure. That's where the main idea identification has proved to be a useful trick. When we are reading a text, identifying the main idea behind it is one of the first steps towards understanding the content. Work with your mind in asking yourself, what am I reading about? And try to answer that question in one simple sentence. Depending on the text, you might have to dig a little deeper to find the main idea. Tip number 2, summarize what you just read to yourself. Summarizing the content requires you to actively work with the information you are presented with. Taking just a couple of moments after reading a chapter or a book to think about what you just read and creating a short summary of it in your head will make it more likely that the information will stick. There's a book hack I wish I knew 1 year ago. Tip number 3, come back to the information after some time. We already talked about how we remember things. Remember, we are more likely to remember things that are emotional and or are repeated. And of course, no one expects you to reread all the books you once read, but sometimes just opening the book and going through a couple of pages can spark your memory. Another great way of recalling the content of a book is reading or watching book summaries. YouTube channels such as Minimalist Ways do a great job of summarizing a whole book in just a couple of minutes. Quick and effective. It's also a great way to get inspired about what to read next. And if you're willing to put in a bit more effort, creating a reading journal could be the thing for you. Write in the title of the book with a short summary and the date when you read the book. This information, in combination with the other tips we just talked about, are bound to bring the memories back in no time.
And now we have a question for you guys. What do you think is the one book everyone should read? Let's get some inspiration in the comments below.
And don't forget to go and check out the Minimalist Ways YouTube channel for even more awesome book summaries. And we'll see you guys next time. Have an amazing day. Bye.
Bye.
Is that it? Well, luckily, there are a couple of psychology tips which can help you to remember what? Not your line, apparently. This is how girls read. Look into the camera and smile. No, we did actually read all of these books.
The funniest thing would be if, like, it's even upside down.